Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome to PTV World Special Eid show. We are celebrating Eid today for all the Muslims out there. A very happy Eid Mubarak, and we are also celebrating it with Pakistanis, especially overseas Pakistanis. And before going to the break, we had amazing guests. We had Taleen, Omar, we had Irfan. We were totally inspired and touched by their ideas.
Of course, one is your husband, so you had to be inspired by their ideas.
Yes, of course. I am personally, yes. So, Omar, but I'm excited for the next session as well.
We all are excited, and of course, I am Omar Khalid, but as you very well know, this is Maheen.
And Thank you for introducing me.
Of course, we had to, you know, sometimes people don't watch the first part of the show and then they join us for this very part, so we have to go anew, refresh their memories as to who we are and what we are doing. And what we are doing here is celebrating Eid with guests from different fields. So let us introduce you those guests without further ado. Our first guest on the right is Dr. Rabia Mushtaq. Now, Dr. Rabia is a CEO of a clinic that is called Skin Lag, and she's also an aesthetics physician, if I'm not wrong, Dr. Rabia. Thank you very much to have joined us, and we're going to ask a lot of questions about skin treatments.
Yeah, especially beauty related, yes. And our second guest today is none other than Hina Nisar Sadouzai. She's a trainer, she's a consultant, she's a CEO Cognition Hub International keynote speaker. Wow, thank you, Hina, for joining us. Training, consultant and coach, human capital and community development, organizational transformation. Thank you so much for joining us. Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
I think we try to give an opportunity to those who can, you know, contribute to our show, and that is what we do. We try to highlight different issues, different things, and have a healthy, fun discussion, especially on Eid days. I mean, this is what Eid is all about, to have fun at the same time, to contribute some way, somehow to our viewers as well, to add to their intellect. Our third guest is Fahad Azeem. Fahad is a young man, let's put it that way, and he's a vocalist, he's a pianist, he's a music producer, content creator, and a winner of PTV Salam Pakistan competition. So he comes back to PTV, you know, after having won the PTV Salam Pakistan competition.
Wow.
Yes, you wanted to add something as far as
I wanted to share something with the viewers out there. Well, I happened to find Fahad in a more like an accidental way. I went back to the PTV talent hunt kind of mode, and I went to the Instagram and I tried to find, you know, real vocals, Pakistani vocals, and then suddenly I come across a video, an audio that really struck with me, and I paused there and I stopped there, and then I personally requested Fahad to if he can please join our show, and he has been kind enough to, you know, take out his time and really being here. Thank you so much, Fahad.
Thank you,
and Eid Mubarak to you.
Eid Mubarak to you too.
So let's start with Dr. Rabia. Dr. Rabia, you belong to, you're doing all the beauty stuff and the beauty clinic and the aesthetics. So how is it like on Eid day? I mean, is it more rush? How do you handle and deal with such things on Eid, and what are the normal procedures?
Especially on the Eid days, yes, it's busy, and also Eid की वजह से लोग जो हैं वो ब्यूटी क्लिनिक्स का रुख करते हैं, स्पेशली फॉर द लेज़र, देन द हाइड्रोफेशियल. ये दो हमारे ऐसे प्रोसीजर हैं जो कि ईद के ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा लोग इनकी तरफ आते हैं, और रश भी है क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली ईद है तो लोग हर कोई everyone want to look pretty.
Look pretty.
So there must be different, you know, procedures, because we now see that even men are extremely aware of all the beauty of their beauty, of their skin beauty, and we have a lot of issues, not issues, but a lot of treatments that are present there. The same treatments that the women use now, the men use as well, whether it be the hydrofacial that you talked about, and also Botox. A lot of people use that as well, fillers, and you know, especially for people in our industry like yourself and myself, and television and film, a lot of people use that. Do you take appointments on a very regular basis? What is the percentage of men and women that come to you?
If we talk about now, and like now such days, so man and woman, they are equally coming to our clinic, because men are now, I think, more concerned about the skin, rather than the women. So yes, it's true.
I think one should be conscious.
Because that never happened in the old times, or they were like rough and tough looks.
No, now it's, I think
they're more
good. Yeah, they are good. They got moderate.
It's good. I think it's good to be aware of how you can further improve on your physical appearance. And at a lot of, like Maheen said, you know, there was a time when the men didn't care that much. But with time and with a lot of appearances and with a lot of, you know, social media that has gained ground, everybody has a
Sets
social
some
media
beauty
account.
standards really for
So,
women
of course,
and men
yes,
both.
exactly.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, you can use filters on social media, but
Oh God, talking about filters, there's a whole lot of discussion that I would
Yes.
like to continue with
these
Dr. Amir.
treatments, you know, these are your natural filters. You know, these
They are
enhance
your
your
natural
presence.
filters.
So Hina, coming over to you, I've been watching you making waves in the corporate sector, and you've just been to Germany and Paris, and you're representing Pakistan. How was the experience, first of all?
Thank you so much. I usually visit multiple countries for multiple assignments, but this time this was different because this was Ramadan.
Oh.
And everybody was just laughing at me that you're visiting Europe in Ramadan, and
Yeah.
I have to visit Paris
Wow.
for one of my international keynote speech, and then I delivered training sessions in Germany, and then
What was your keynote speech on?
on Women's Day, International Women's Day. There was a conference where more than 100 international speakers were invited. They all were influencers in their fields, so they were invited to contribute their speeches for this cause.
Wow.
So then I delivered some trainings in Germany, and then I went to UK. I did my business meetings and some
and all that too
events.
in Ramadan.
Yeah, in
Did
Ramadan.
you enjoy your Ramadan there?
Yeah, it was different experience because I felt so glad because I was not conscious about my meals and everything, and I was just visiting, doing business meetings. I was not wasting my time on meals
eating and finding food.
Yeah, of course, and finding food is also very hard. In Europe and UK, it's very hard. Halal food, you keep on visiting multiple restaurants. So
In UK, it's easier because there's a huge Pakistani and Indian diaspora that's there.
yeah.
Fahad, coming to you, what inspires you, to come in a field like yours, like music and, being a guitarist? And we see a lot of musicians gaining ground, but what if I were to ask you, what makes you different from all of those? What would be your fortes, let's put it that way?
First of all, I would like to thank you all for having me over here and your kind words especially. So basically it all started when I was about 7 to 8 years old, and at that time I used to just hum the songs in my mind, and I could not even, I was a very shy kid at that time, and I could not.
I think you're still shy.
Yeah, little
But
bit,
his
but
voice will, shock you, maybe
Okay,
surprise
okay,
you. Yeah.
okay.
at that time I could not even sing in front of a few people, but gradually when I came to know that yes, maybe I have a good control over my voice, I have a controllable pitch, so with the passage of time I started to really getting into it, and then later on I got into music production. So yeah.
At such a tender age.
yeah.
We're going to discuss all of that. We've got lots of questions for all these people. We have to take a short
Very
break. We'll be
exciting
right
ones.
back.
Eid Mubarak.
Yes, Eid Mubarak again, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching the PTV World special Eid show transmission. Well, it's a program, it's a show, not a transmission. But nevertheless, we have changing guests, and this is the second part of that whole show. So we are having a lot of fun. We are discussing different things in a very light mode, contrary to what we do on news or on
All
our
the
shows that
time,
we
yeah,
do.
political shows.
It's good to have a change, to be very frank, and Eid provides us with that occasion. So we have three guests in this segment as well, and we were talking to them. We had Rabia, we had Hina, Nisar, and of course Fahad, Azeem. And Fahad was in conversation with me before we went to the break. So let's take that conversation from right from there. Fahad, we were talking a little bit about your journey and how you got into the whole music field, and you were telling us a little bit about that. But I'd like to continue on that conversation with a musical, if you could kind of tell us what your music is all about through a musical rendition.
Right. So I have this song in mind. I'd like to start with that. I hope you like it.
What's the name of the song?
It's a very famous Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan song.
Okay.
Kive mukhde to nazara hatawa.
Okay.
किवें मुखड़े तो नजरां हटावां, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਹਟਾਵਾਂ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਜੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੀ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੀ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਹਟਾਵਾਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਹਟਾਵਾਂ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਉਡੀਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਦ ਮੁੱਕ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਵੇਖ ਲੈਨੀ ਮਾਹੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਬਿਨਾ ਮਰ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਉਡੀਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਦ ਮੁੱਕ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਵੇਖ ਲੈਨੀ ਮਾਹੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਬਿਨਾ ਮਰ ਚੱਲੀ ਤੂੰ ਜੇ ਆਵੇਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੀਨੇ ਨਾਲ ਲਾਵਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਜੇ ਆਵੇਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੀਨੇ ਨਾਲ ਲਾਵਾਂ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਹਟਾਵਾਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਹਟਾਵਾਂ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਨੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਰ ਦਿਸਦਾ
क्या बात है, wow.
Mashallah, excellent. And you know, I to be very frank, I had never heard you before this, so I really feel your music has a lot of soul in it. Your voice has a lot of soul in it, a lot of sweetness in it, and I think that is what's very important for any musician. That the voice needs to be harmonious,
Soulful.
it should be soulful, and it should be sweet. And that is what attracts it to the audience.
It directly connects to your heart.
Exactly. That
and
is
did you
that
get
is how
surprised, Omar? I told you.
I did. I think you were completely right, because you don't expect that level from from you know, because I don't know about you and I've just added you on Instagram because I see the number of followers that we have exceeds mine. So I just
Mashallah.
So it's excellent and it's very good, and it's for good reason that he has all the followers that he has, and keep on with the good work. But we are going to listen to a lot of more songs from you during the
entire
show. We're going to take complete advantage of you. Maheen, why don't you go with the with our
Dr. Rabia. There's something very important, Dr. Rabia, that I needed to discuss, and it's more like it's a very thoughtful question, I would say. We have set certain standards of beauty in the market, and most of them, maybe, I don't know, there's Western influence or something, that every woman nowadays wants to have that, I'm sorry, but let me say, snatched nose and the pumped up lips and the filled up cheeks. I don't know what's wrong, because we have amazing beauty standards when it comes to the Eastern aesthetics and beauty and features. So why is it happening? I know you might not be the right person, because you are getting all such sorts of clients. So what can we do about it, and how many girls are coming over? Because I was quite surprised to see the number of girls turning to such clinics.
Maheen, actually we all should take care of our skin, and it's not all about beauty, it's also about, we should think about it, that are we taking a good diet, are we taking the vitamins. So if we are not going with the good diet and with the vitamins, so we should take care of our skin by the clinical way. So in this, you are right, girls are getting bigger lips and nose job and jawline.
Very young girls, Dr. Rabia.
And very young girl. Actually, they are really very inspired, you are right, by the actresses or by the that culture. So they
would you call
wanted
it inspiration or insecurity? I'm sorry,
it's not insecurity, actually.
Blunt.
I would also call it inspiration. Why?
Yes.
Because I feel that in the old times, even in our parents' generation, the women used to do a lot of makeup, try to highlight whatever they could. The wigs were there, for the women as well, to highlight their hair as well. So this is just another form of enhancing your beauty.
But Omar, is it not coming to the practical side so much that it's more like a filter in real life? I mean, filters to in the camera are fine, makeup is fine. That's age-old tradition, but like, you know, changing your entire features. Nowadays, girls are doing that, you know, but changing the features.
I understand that, and I
That's a
also
bit
understand your perspective when you say that, you know, this is at a very young age, one should kind of avoid it to a maximum. But if you know, if you are not happy with who you are, and if you want to better yourself, and you have the opportunity to do that, I think go for it.
Yeah, it's not like that thing that we should go and we will live with it. You know, if you are going with the fillers, so you are having the filler, you are not happy with it. They will be with the time, they will fade off. So no need, you don't have need to go back with it. You know, it's all up to us. It's all up to you.
But you know, Dr. Rabia, look at all the innovations that have come in this field because of this. 10
Yes.
years back, would you have even thought that you know you could have access to that without getting operated on?
Yes.
Now all of these are non-invasive procedures.
Non-invasive, and we should be happy that now we have this opportunity. You know, so we can enhance our feature as we want, or
that is
whatever.
so true. That is true. Hina, speaking of enhancing, as your role, you know, as a consultant, as a coach, as a trainer, how do you enhance the capabilities of the people that you train?
Thank you so much. It's a connected question.
That's our role. That's what we do.
Yeah, she's doing externally, I'm doing internally.
Yes. But how do you
That's a
do that?
beautiful
What is the method that you use?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, we were talking in the break that, you know, even for skin, for your body, for your, you know, body language, gestures, everything, you should be prepared internally and from inside, very well prepared. And for that, I think, Omar, I must say, it starts with your intention. Like what sort of intention you have, like what you're gonna achieve, right? So depending on your goal, I work with people. Sometimes people are not identified with their own goals. So first of all, when I talk to people, I just look at their need of enhancement.
Okay.
So I look at their need and the gaps, and you know what they want to actually achieve. Sometimes people are, you know, they're not clear with their vision, goals and everything. So they even don't know why they're here in this world.
The purpose.
So realization of anything before starting it is very mandatory. Like if you don't go for that, you cannot, you know, enjoy the complete essence of that.
So basically, you are kind of analyzing the whole personality, and you're looking at where there are gaps and that needs to be filled, and then you're actually, you know, teaching them, or maybe, you know, looking at it from a different perspective when it comes to the purpose of life that they're living, what kind of aim they should have, what kind of goal they should be having, right?
Exactly.
Actually,
I think that is what discovering oneself. I think whether on one hand Dr. Rabia discovers the external self, you discover, as you said, the internal self. How do you move? You want to move along with your life, and I think that is a very important perspective to take into account.
One thing I should quote here, because you know, people even if they do externally, they do good makeup, good aesthetics, they have wonderful jobs, they have wonderful careers. Still they are not happy, and still they are not in peace with themselves, right? That's the only point when my you know, job starts. So I start working on themselves, that they should make a peace with themselves, finding their inner self, and be true to themselves, like, you know, not pretending to the world what they are. They have a lot of things, but
that is so true, because I see a lot of people become so superficial in their lives that they don't even know who they are from the inside. And until you don't know and don't respect the person that you are from the inside, you can never evolve as a better human being.
Should I tell you something
Please,
here?
yeah,
Okay,
please,
thank
go
you so
ahead.
much. Actually, it's more about self-love. Most of the times when I look around, you know, people are very much, you know, it's a scarcity. People don't have self-love. They don't love themselves, right? And you know, I usually consciously post on my social media platforms that I love myself. I post my picture and I write, you know, sometimes people, you know, just give me some inbox that, you know, you are so arrogant,
Self-obsessed,
self-obsessed, you know. So basically this is a message, you know, if you want to like go for the world, try to love yourself first. So loving yourself first is something which makes you, you know, comfortable with yourself.
And stronger within as well. Fahad, we wanted to understand your perspective of inner peace, strength, and how that has evolved through your music. You are very young, you know, but how does that inner strength come in you as an individual?
Okay, so my perspective on music, going forward in music, progressing in music is that I have always stuck to these two things with my music. One is consistency and discipline. So whenever I have tried these two, I have stuck with them, I have achieved my goal. And whenever I have gotten off track, I've always sort of thought okay, I should have done that. That I think the only thing which has made me peaceful inside is okay, I can express my emotions through my music, and I can produce the music I really want. That's why I actually learned music production myself.
If expressing through music is a lovely way, not only to express your inner desires and be at peace with yourself, but also to enamor the audience that is listening to that music.
That's also a form of self-love.
But also you are distributing that love to your audience,
to
also through that
as
music.
Well.
Could you
yes, another song we'd love to hear.
If you could give us another rendition, we'd be more than happy. You'll have to tell us which song you're going to play.
Or we have to guess.
No. Let's not guess. Let's just.
So I'm going to play this song called Laiyan Laiyan.
Okay.
And I hope you like it.
Okay.
Oh, we love it. So can you sing, Omar? Sing.
Laiyan Laiyan hai, Laiyan Laiyan मैं तेरे नाल ढोलना वे, Laiyan Laiyan मैं तेरे नाल ढोलना, एक दिल सी रहा मेरे कोल ना वे, मैं लुटी गईयां ढोलना वे, मैं लुटी गईयां Laiyan Laiyan. Laiyan Laiyan मैं तेरे नाल ढोलना वे, Laiyan Laiyan मैं तेरे नाल ढोलना, एक दिल सी रहा मेरे कोल ना वे, मैं लुटी गईयां ढोलना वे, मैं लुटी गईयां सगरां दे बूहे वे मैं तेरे ਲਈ खोले, होवी ना तू दूर कदी अखियां तोले, तेरे नाल तरना तेरे नाल डुबना, तेरे नाल जीना तेरे नाल मरना, प्यार मेरा तू तकड़ी च तोलना वे, प्यार मेरा तू तकड़ी च तोलना, एक दिल सी रहा मेरे कोल ना वे, मैं लुटी गईयां ढोलना वे, मैं लुटी गईयां.
Soulful.
Wow,
Wow,
excellent.
thank you.
Very melodious as usual, and
And
again
he
you
has
come
the
up with a
same
surprise.
control in the lower pitch as well, Omar. I was amazed.
And another thing, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't know about my co-anchor is that she is a wonderful singer. She doesn't want to admit to it, but I was like pushing her to sing along with Fahad, but she was being very hesitant. So the next song, Maheen, you have to accompany Fahad in that. We'll have to go to a bit of a rapid fire round, as they say. You've heard about this round in many programs on satellite and social media as well, but this is our take on that. Let's begin with that, Maheen.
Our way and fun way, yeah. So Rabia, I'll start with you, Dr. Rabia, then Hina and Fahad, and you have to just quickly respond.
You don't have to wait. The first thing that comes to your mind, you just have to say.
Just the first thing. So if you change your first name, what would you change it to?
My first name, I will change Iman.
Iman. So coming to Hina, can you name more than 3 Pakistani dramas?
Dayare Dil. Recently I was watching some Khai. Khai.
Okay.
It was like that. And Parizad.
Okay.
And another drama recently I watched was Humar or something like
Humar.
that. Humar. Or like
Okay, you've got the list. Okay, Fahad.
Fahad, what do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I want to work with the topmost record labels of Pakistan.
Wow.
And maybe get a song for a Pakistani movie as well.
Yeah,
or
you
a serial,
definitely
or a
will.
TV
Yes.
serial.
So all the
Yeah.
producers and directors of Pakistani, Pakistani orientation, just have a look at, Fahad and his songs, and his voice is amazing, his vocal quality is amazing, his control over the high pitch and low pitch is all amazing, and I'm so glad we have you over here.
That is wonderful. Describe yourself in 3 words.
I am young and I am best mom.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
that
when
is
it comes to
sweet.
self-love and self-acceptance, that's what we were talking about,
Wonderful.
that you have to
That is
really
so
accept
true.
yourself, and only then you can expect the world to, behave accordingly.
Hina, do you have a
Yes.
nickname?
Quickly, or I'll disclose.
In my childhood, my Dadi Ma used to call me Chotoli.
Acha. Oh, that is
And
sweet.
most of my foreign friends call me Honey.
Oh, okay.
Hina se honey, okay.
Okay, nice. Fahad, how do you start your day? What's the first thing that you do when you get up?
So I take a shower every day. That's
Okay.
the one thing which
It is
I cannot
consistent.
miss. Yes.
And your music as well, I'm
yes,
sure.
yes.
Okay. Over to you, Maheen.
So, what's the fastest speed you have ever driven a car?
140.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
on a
driven
motorway.
faster than that. I won't tell you where.
Okay.
Acha, okay, Hina. Top 5 things you could not live without.
Myself, my kids, you can call it family,
Okay.
and then friends. I cannot live without friends, and my profession.
Yeah, but what if we switch it to things?
2 things.
5 things, okay. 3 things, 2 things.
Me and my family, definitely.
Okay. Any material thing that you want to add?
No, I
Your
don't know.
bag and purse and sunglasses
No.
is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Fahad, what's the last show that you binge watched?
Last TV show.
Any show?
TV
Okay.
show or any other streaming platform?
I think The Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory. I think it's a very good show.
Yes.
It's a very interesting show, very intelligently made show. Now it's my
Yeah,
turn.
please.
What do you Google the most?
How to make my kid busy in the stuff. How to make him happy. How to I'm finding the stuff
Okay.
according to my kid.
Okay.
Mostly. Before it was my work, it was my profession, and now only my son.
Okay, Hina, what's your definition of success? Very apt question for you who
Yeah,
trains
yeah,
people in that.
exactly. I have clear definition of success. That's living every moment living with the peace
Okay.
and
Oh.
satisfaction.
Nice.
That's it.
Oh, I think there's nothing better than that, because if
That's
you're
it.
satisfied with yourself from the inner side, then you can achieve whatever you want to.
And when
your
it's
goals.
intangible.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. What is your definition of success, Fahad?
Okay, so for me, I think first of all, financial independence. You have your family with you every time, they are with you. And the third thing is, I think, religious success.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Wow.
Your turn, Maheen.
So, what do you love the most about your job?
It's not about to changing the features, but to making my clients happy. Once I
Giving them hopes and dreams.
dreams.
And,
No,
yeah,
it's not
so-
about dreams. Sometimes we achieve what they want. Sometimes we make them happy in another way, that all right, you are looking better, you don't have need of it. So yeah,
Have you come across someone very cranky?
yeah, so many times.
So many times.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question. Omar, do you have a question?
Oh, I have many questions, but I'd like you to go with your round and then I'll ask.
I think my round has been finished.
Oh,
If you have
really?
any questions.
Okay. Hina, what is the first thing that you do when you meet your clients or you meet those who you are training? What is the first thing that you do?
I love to hear from them, their introduction and their stories, and whatever they want to talk to me.
Okay, Fahad, when you start thinking in terms of composing a song or even working on a song, what's the first thing that you do?
I think uniqueness is a very important aspect, because we are always, taking things from other content which are already been made. So I think the one thing you have to do is clear your mind, and then you have to be unique and original content is what matters.
Okay, before I go and request you for another song, I'd like to ask Dr. Rabia, name 5 treatments that you do. Very quickly, the first 5 treatments that come to your mind.
Fillers, Botox, PRP, microneedling, laser, hydrofacial.
Oh, that was quick, wasn't it?
That was quick.
Okay.
It's my
No,
field.
my producer is saying also ask her for the rates, but no, that we'll do after the show. Mati. Fahad, would you kindly entertain us with another song, another soulful rendition?
So there was this song which was released last year, and it was one of the most famous songs, and it went to the global charts. It topped the global charts.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's it called?
It's called Kahani Suno.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
दीवाना हुआ मस्ताना हुआ तेरी चाहत में कितना फसाना हुआ तेरे आने की खुशबू तेरे जाने का मंजर तुझे मिलना पड़ेगा अब ज़माना हुआ सदाएं सुनो जफ़ाएं सुनो मुझे प्यार हुआ था इकरार हुआ था मुझे प्यार हुआ था इकरार हुआ था कहानी सुनो ज़ुबानी सुनो मुझे प्यार हुआ था इकरार हुआ था मुझे प्यार हुआ था इकरार हुआ था है तमन्ना हमें तुम्हें दुल्हन बनाए तेरे हाथों पे मेहंदी अपने नाम की सजाएं तेरी ले लें बलाएं तेरे सदके उतारे है तमन्ना हमें तुम्हें अपना बनाए नहीं मुश्किल.
That's excellent. But before I even move further, I'd like to understand what your definition of love is, because the 3 songs that we have heard move around love and romance. What's your definition of romance, Fahad?
I think love is when you truly care for someone, and you basically whatever you do for them is unconditional. There are no conditions for it.
And love doesn't mean for a paramour. Love can be for your sister, for your brother, for your child,
Yes, yes.
for
Even
your
for your own
parents,
self.
This
and
applies
for your
to-
own self. Just as Hina has been saying for the longest time during this show. Love yourself, respect yourself.
Yes.
I think love should be unconditional.
And I think loving yourself is the most important kind of love too.
Because in the songs there's always this reverberation of love that we see, and your music is also that romantic feel and that very sweet feel about that.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to just off the cuff ask you this
If
question.
you're
about
not connected to your song or your music, I don't think so you can connect to
it.
any
If you're not
other-
connected to your profession, any profession,
Any
whether you're a
profession,
musician
you cannot
or you're a
connect to anybody
doctor,
else.
then you cannot perform well. That is a given. Either you have to excel it, put all your efforts and your soul in it, or else don't do it. I think that's what
Yeah.
you need to
There should
move
be no
forward.
gray
And
area.
I'm sure Hina, you would agree with
Yeah,
me,
I
because you
agree.
must be telling the people that you train during the whole course of thing that this is how you either you give your 100% or just leave it.
I have a very important question. How important is communication when it comes to love?
Yeah, of course.
Communication is the main tool, and that many of us miss that and don't even know.
Maheen, in love, communication starts with your connection. In every song you can feel a connection, the soulful connection. And if we talk about relationships, it starts with the connection. Even if you don't speak, your body language, your gestures, your everything, and your vibes. In fact, most of the times if you see people, their vibes don't connect. They pretend love, but their vibes don't connect. So then after that, it's definitely very important, it's very imperative in love to verbalize, to vocalize, to speak some good words, some kind of appreciation, some kind of words, gestures, you can say. So that's very important. And if you don't communicate, maybe it can be one-sided or it can die.
But the fact is also that in a lot of societies, including ours, there's a lot of closure when it comes to communicating. we don't communicate
We
as much as
don't.
we should.
We don't
Whether
even
there is a
connect, Omar.
generation gap with the parents, you can't speak to them openly about a lot of things, and that creates a lot of issues. Then that is what is changing, I see, with the new parents like yourself, Rabia, and I'm sure whosoever is a new parent with the Gen Zs and the Alphas. The fact is that they ask questions and then you tell them, you know, this is
You
right.
need to answer
And
them.
this is what you feel that, you know, if our parents would have done the same, there was a very strong generational gap. You could only talk about certain things and you just said okay to whatever your parents used to say and never, you know, kind of asked their opinion, or they never used to ask your opinion, very rarely. So I think this is something that is changing with the times. It's very important.
Umar, I would love to share something because, you know, suddenly it hit my mind that you should love but with passion. You know, or love is
Or
not
don't
with
love at
passion.
all.
It's like, you know, don't do it deadly. I'm sorry.
Like
As
Fahad
you-
does his music with passion. If he doesn't do it, then there's no need to do it.
Exactly.
That is why
But-
we communicate with it.
And the same gives to the love, and people don't understand the need of passion in love. You know, passion is when you put your blood and sweat in that. And
Like we do when we do our shows and our news.
yeah, of course I can
Goes
see
for
because,
every
you know,
profession.
most of the times I can see you people preparing, you know, backstage you are preparing, you're totally on your stage. When you're backstage, you're on your stage. Most of the times you walk, you talk like in your shows. Like I must tell you that if there's no passion, no relationship, no job, as you told, because you know every profession needs a passion. If you're not passionate enough, then it's okay.
You can never give it your all. I think that's very important. But let's kind of change the tone a little bit from the passion and the love and the romance that we've been highlighting
To
since the
food,
last 5
I
minutes.
think I'm more interested in
Well, food I think we're going to have after the show. But let's go to the game, the dare to
why?
pick.
Why not? Why not?
We have a little bowl here. Rabia, if you can just take this.
Yes.
There will be some tasks that are written on these chits. Just take one chit per person, but we'll do one after the other.
One
Fahad,
after the other, yeah. Okay, please give it to him. Yeah.
And you will have to answer and or perform.
Or
them.
perform whatever is written. So that's
Put it there because there will be more chits that will be going. So just put
Yeah,
it
just
right
put it in.
next to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Rabia, let's
so,
begin with
yeah.
you.
Okay, sing a song.
Sing a song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you can.
Oh,
You can play the
no.
guitar with it.
Okay,
There
I
is
don't
no
have
issue.
a good voice, but
No,
okay, I
that's
can
okay.
try.
Okay. Fahad, can you just accompany her with a little
Yes,
bit of guitar
please.
if it's all right?
Sure.
Oh my god. Okay. हजूर तुमको सितारों में ले चलूं, दिल झूम जाए ऐसे नजारों में ले चलूं.
Oh,
Fine.
good attempt.
Wonderful.
Good attempt.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Fahad. as
Hina.
well. Hina.
yeah, confess something that you have never told your friends before.
Oh, on that platform such as ours.
Passion. Come on now.
I really love them all. Maybe I did not speak it loud, but you know, I really love them all. We have certain, you know, maybe differences, many things among us, but later in the start, I love them.
Okay.
I really love them. I cannot live without them. Really.
Okay. Wonderful.
If you know, I'm just like a fish who cannot survive without fins.
Okay, nice.
That's sweet.
Nice.
Fahad,
Thank
what's
you.
your?
So I have gotten this favorite childhood memory.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
So since childhood, I really like to play video games.
Okay. Which
So-
video games?
GTA, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty,
Okay.
any kind of, yes. So I really like to play, you know, games on my computer, but I wanted a PlayStation from my parents. So when it was my, I think, 7th birthday, my parents gifted me a PlayStation 2. So I think that was
That's
my
one of the most
childhood.
I remember the
Memorable
first time that I had a PlayStation 2 or 3, I don't remember. But I could never, you know, keep pace with the games. I could never, I didn't know how to control the cursor properly. And I see that a lot of the young boys and girls really know how to play the games properly as it needs to be. So good. So do you still play video
Yes,
games?
I still do.
Rabia, you Maheen.
She has to pick it up again.
Yes, and you have to give a gift to
pass it on
Hina
to
and
Hina.
to Fahad as well.
Let's see what comes up. What does it say, Rabia?
Maybe it's your favorite actor or actress. It can.
Okay,
Yeah,
take another one.
Yeah.
Take another one. Let's take another one. if you're uncomfortable doing that?
Favorite poet, Allama Iqbal.
Allama Iqbal.
Yes.
Did you study Allama Iqbal when you were also a student?
Yes, I was at that time, and his poetry is really very good, and his poetry is teaching us a lot about so many things. About
like बड़ी मुश्किल से होता है चमन में
everybody is either. So
yes.
you know, we all are working towards our certain goals. Okay, good. Hina.
My childhood crush.
Oh, it's a good thing.
She's
So
having revelation one after the other.
No, I had two, but I can tell you one only.
Okay, one.
The show
Please
is
go
going to
ahead,
be live,
please,
so I'm
please.
sorry.
Please go ahead.
And it was Asad Khan, the actor.
The actor.
Oh, okay.
Asad,
Okay.
Yeah.
Asad Khan.
Okay.
Okay,
So you still watch
No,
plays?
Asad Khan or Asad Malik?
I think
The,
there was
I
his
don't
name,
remember. There was Asad Khan as well.
with
there
the
was Asad
curly
Malik.
hair. I don't.
Do you remember any play that he was in?
I watched a lot of dramas of
Okay,
him.
Okay,
okay,
thank
fine.
you,
He
thank
Okay,
was
so
decent,
we'll
and, you
take
know,
your
yeah.
answer. Fahad,
Yeah.
over to you.
I have favorite poet or poetry.
Hmm.
So I have never really gotten into poetry that much, other than songs. But there's this, share that I remember from my college. It was from Bahadur Shah Zafar.
Okay.
It was this like, कितना है बदनसीब ज़फ़र दफन के लिए, 2 गज़ ज़मीं भी ना मिली कुएं यार में.
Have you written any poetry? I mean, as
For
far
your
as the
songs, for
song
example.
is
I think when I start to work on an original, there are two things I have a really strong grip on. That is the composition and the music production, but I really lack on the writing part of it. So I seek assistance from my friends and my family.
That's normal, I
Yes.
think that.
If you can.
Okay, Rabia, do you,
Favorite food,
Favorite
chicken
food.
biryani.
chicken
Chicken
biryani.
biryani.
And I
Yeah,
know how
that's
to cook
mine
it.
too.
Yeah.
Yummy, yummy.
Yes.
Hina,
Yeah, memory I would love to share, when I was at university, we all friends went to Mary, and it was a Maran car from one of my friend. She used to bring it to the university, and we used to enjoy on that. And we went to Murray, and like we all three were sitting on the windows, and she was driving. And on the way, we chilled a lot. Everybody was looking at us madly. And at the time, it was 2009,
okay.
10.
That's
so
your fondest memory.
That was one of
Okay,
the
Fahad,
memories.
what did you have as
I
children?
have favorite movie.
Okay.
So I don't have one specific favorite movie, but
But what's the first movie that comes to your mind if we say favorite film?
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. The first one I really
Yes,
liked.
yes.
There was a lot of emotional
Yes.
content in that, especially the relationship
Finished.
between the grandmother. It was the grandmother or the aunt? I think it was Aunt May and
Yes.
between the Peter Parker.
Peter Parker,
I
yes.
think that was very well
Yes.
portrayed and had touched your emotions.
I really like the Marvel movies.
Okay.
And what's your favorite food, Fahad?
Depends on the mood. Sometimes I like
Oh.
having dal. Sometimes I like having pizza.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
it depends.
I
on
think
the mood.
our food changes with our mood as well, doesn't
Exactly.
it?
True.
But as a as a specialist who deals with the skin issues, what do you
Recommend.
suggest or recommend to people, girls or boys, in order to have smooth skin and acne-free skin as food?
Reduce the oil from your food and eat fruits and a lot of vegetables and drink enough water.
What is enough water? How much water should we
At
drink per
least
day?
7 to 10 glass in a day you should
Okay.
drink. Yeah.
But
so
should we
it
drink
can,
those 7 to glasses
So,
every hour, or should-
your body, what you eat. So what you will eat, it will reflect on your face, on your body. Yeah.
what will reflect on your personality of how you feel from inside? Do you feel if you are happy from inside, it also reflects on your face?
Of course, I can see you happy. While doing show with us, I can see Maheen happy. It is how you throw your vibes. If you're not feeling comfortable, if you're not happy inside, there is a difference between happiness and dissatisfaction. Sometimes you're not happy, but you're satisfied. If you can see the difference between, some people have, griefs, but still they are satisfied. So the satisfaction come to your face. I cannot say anything like.
I think there's a lot of spirituality related to satisfaction as well. If you are
Exactly.
spiritually satisfied, also, that shows.
Soul. As we were talking about
You're
soul.
feeding your soul, basically.
Exactly, and that's like that. And you know, if you've seen some people, they are talking so good, they're pretending so good, but you're not connecting with them.
Yes.
What's the
Happens a
reason
lot.
behind it? Did you ever ponder upon? You cannot connect because you know they don't have good intentions, they don't have satisfaction, they don't have self-love. I usually ask a question from people that, you know, have you seen people hurting other people? On my speech, in some of my speeches, I ask this question, especially for emotional intelligence, and they tell me, yeah, we have seen many, we have faced many, and I tell why they do that. And they give me multiple reasons, but I tell them, you know, there's one reason. They have lack of self-awareness, they have lack of self-love, they don't have their own understanding, basically, so they throw it away. So basically, whatever you think about yourself, what's your concept about yourself, that reflects on your personality.
But you know, personality is very important, but at the same time, important days like Eid are also very important. And what we forgot to ask our guests is how, what is Eid to you? Let's begin with you, Fahad, because you are the next in the line of questioning.
Yes.
What is Eid al-Fitr to you as a concept, as a festivity, and what is the thing that you have most always looked forward to on Eid day?
So for me, Eid is, you know, spending time with my cousins and my relatives. Almost every Eid, we go there and we go to Faisalabad. It's where my extended family is, my relatives, my cousins, everyone is there. So we go there, have some fun, explore new food spots, and you know, hang out and just chill throughout the Eid.
Oh, wonderful. So
same
Rabia,
question for you, Rabia. What is Eid for you?
What is
for
Eid?
me, yeah. We are dressing like different than our daily routine. Then for girls, we are going for Mehndi. Also, we are spending time in a house. We are eating all together. We are sharing our time with our parents, with our family, with our friends. They are coming to your house. We are going to them. So, yeah.
Okay, and Hina, what about you? What is the most important thing for you on Eid al-Fitr?
Basically, the concept of celebration, I love that. And the concept of connectedness and the, you know, keeping relationships alive with some beauty. And then again, you can say you're dressing, shopping, everything, you know.
And your face brightens up when you say dressing and shopping.
You know, now I enjoy shopping with my, you know, younger nieces and my daughter and my son, and you know, I make sure that whatever I bought for them, they should wear it, right? So another thing is meeting your, like as he said, extended family, and after so time, meeting, greeting, and I'm a good cook.
Oh,
so
I think we need to, you know, bring us some recipes and bring us a little bit of the food, because I am a huge food junkie. I love good food.
Really?
So anytime you have the opportunity, I'll give you my number after the show. Please send us some food.
No, let's go to my home after the show.
Okay, fine, done.
And I love to make different foods on the Eid day, especially because, you know, some different kind of food from the traditional menu. Traditional is always here, but you know, as you know, swaya and you know, sheer khurma.
So what different food do you make?
Many of the time, Maheen, depends on the dishes. Like sometimes chocolate souffle or for kids,
yummy.
and you know.
So we are going.
And she says, you are what you eat. I don't want to look like a chocolate, you know, at the end of the day.
Lasagna or and you know, different flavors and different things, and you know, trying differently.
Wonderful. I think one should try. One should always try and try and succeed. I think this is something that I heard somewhere. Fahad, we are about to end our show. These are the last few minutes. But I would like our show to end with an original composition of yours, one that you feel has been your best and your most peppy composition today that you have composed.
Right.
And you have to tell us what the song is and how long did it take you to make it.
So this was written by someone else, but it was composed by me, and it is a song about, you know, again about heartbreaks and that kind of stuff. So
Poor thing, he's all about heartbreaks and romance.
That's where the emotions are coming from. That's why we are getting connected. Actually, we're going to go for two songs. One.
I don't know. If you have a choice.
There's one song that's viral nowadays. Have you heard Tera Mera Hai Pyar Amar?
Oh God, another romantic song.
Yeah, that's happening today.
Okay, let's start with your original composition, please.
Okay. So this song is called Aur Kya Lene Aaye Ho.
Acha.
Yes.
Simaya.
Sheer khurma. Sorry, we are.
खुशियाँ सारी छीन के मेरी फिर गम देने आए हो, हमको यूं बर्बाद करके और क्या लेने तुम आए हो। दिल के घाव भर गए थे फिर क्यों छेड़ने आए हो। दिल के घाव भर गए थे फिर क्यों छेड़ने आए हो। हमको यूं बर्बाद करके और क्या लेने तुम आए हो। खुशियाँ सारी छीन के मेरी फिर गम देने आए हो। हमको यूं बर्बाद करके और क्या लेने तुम आए हो।
Maheen has a request.
Emma Jahan's Ape song, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And please, I'd like you to add to the
I'll try,
vocals.
I'll try.
Okay, so Maheen is going to sing along with you.
Okay.
I try.
And of course, before we start this, I'd like to thank all of my guests.
Thank you for
and my
joining me so
co-host,
much.
first of all, Maheen. Thank you very
Omar, it
much.
was
And you're
fun.
going to sing right now. And Dr. Rabia, Hina, and Fahad, what a revelation. Thank you to have come by to the studios, and Eid Mubarak to
Eid Mubarak to all of you.
And to your friends and
Thank you so
family.
much for inviting us.
Okay.